Guys, it's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with some Destiny. And today we're going to be talking about a little bit of weapon commentary. This is more of a kind of a commentary. I'm not going to really get into statistics and numbers too much with this because we're going to be talking about it kind of a broad range of weapons today. Now, what this is intended to be is sort of a little bit of an in-game guide for you guys who've just hit level 20 or who are working through the in-game and are just looking at some weapon options and whatnot. Now, today I'm going to be talking specifically about sniper rifles and my opinion on what sniper rifles are available, what you have in the games. I've actually acquired quite a few of them, quite a few of the decent ones, and I kind of want to go over each of those and kind of let you guys know which ones you should go after in more detail. So, there's a couple different ways you can acquire a pretty good legendary sniper rifle. Obviously, you can get them from the Cryptarch. Sometimes you'll get them from those rare engrams. You'll get very lucky. Most of the time, you'll get those from a legendary secondary weapon engram. You can also get them through the Nightfall Strike. Sometimes it will drop legendary weapons, and then just randomly getting those engrams out there. Sometimes off of drops. The other couple ways you can go about getting them is you can get one through the Vanguard, you can get one through the Crucible, and there is another sniper that's offered through Iron Banner called Aphrodite's Spear. Now, Iron Banner only comes around about once a month, and it's not always, the guy doesn't always have the sniper rifle, so that may not be a really easy way to get one, but they actually do offer one that's pretty good. It's one of the better snipers in the game. You can also get a sniper rifle from any of the factions, the New Monarchy, the Future War Cult, and Dead Orbit. They all have their own specific faction sniper. I actually have only really used the one from New Monarchy, which I believe is called the Prudence. It's a high fire rate, very low impact sniper rifle designed more for run and gun type of sniping. Not a huge fan of those type of weapons, and actually the one I had was from prior to the Dark Blow, so I actually had dismantled it for some energies. I believe the Dead Orbit and the Future War Cult Sniper are also both of that variety of the low impact, high rate of fire. But the first sniper rifle we're going to take a look at here is the one you can acquire through the Vanguard. This is the LDR 5001, and I believe I actually do have the vendor version of this. This is one of the first Vanguard weapons that I actually no, it isn't. This is a different one. But this is the LDR 5001. Basically stands for Long Distance Relationship 5001 Ballistic Heartbreak. You can get this in Arc from the vendor. It also comes in Void and Solar if you're lucky enough to get either of those on a drop. This is it will cost you 150 Crucible or Vanguard marks. I'm sorry, and you need to be rank 3 with the Vanguard. Now you can see out of the box, this will come with the Longview SLR-20. You've got the Hawkeye SLR-15 and the Ambush SLH-25. That's actually my favorite scope on a sniper because it's more of a short range. The longer range scopes on most of the sniper rifles are a little overkill. They zoom in a little bit too close and it can make it kind of cumbersome to handle. So I like the smaller scopes that don't zoom in quite as far. Unflinching, it's easier to aim under fire using this weapon. This is actually a good perk for PvP, not so much PvE, so I'm surprised they put this on a Vanguard weapon. You've got high caliber rounds, stagger targets and leave them reeling. Gives you a little bit more impact, but it's not very noticeable. You also have armor piercing rounds, which gives you a little bit more impact. This will also go through some smaller objects and walls and over penetrates targets. So like if you're using this in the Crucible and you shoot someone and there's someone standing behind them, it can also damage them. This used to be a really great perk on sniper rifles because you could actually, what they call wall bang people, you could shoot clear through these really heavy walls in the Crucible and get kills with this weapon. And so many people were complaining about it that Bungie actually nerfed the amount of penetration on these. So can't really do that anymore, but they can still go through light cover and shoot through other people. So not too bad of a perk. And then you get skip rounds, which this is just a joke, I guess, on the Vanguard weapon here. Ceramic jacketed rounds ricochet on hard surfaces. You can carry more rounds in reserve, which lets you have a little bit more special weapon ammunition. Added mass slows down weapon handling, and these also give you a tiny little bit of extra impact. The ricochet thing really doesn't come into play at all. That's one of the worst perks, I think, on a lot of these weapons. You do have Clown Cartridge. Reloading this weapon has a chance to grant a larger than normal magazine, so instead of 4, you can get 5 or 6 shots in there. And then the rest are all upgrade damage trees. Now, comparing that one to the one that I have, actually, this one was a drop that I got. I don't remember where I got it. I'm pretty sure this was from an engram. You can see I've got the Hawkeye SLR 15. I also have the Longview SLR 10, and then the Taxis SLS 15, which is a pretty decent scope. Now I actually do like, that's actually the one I prefer to use most of the time. I don't know why I had Longview on there. Longview gives you a little bit more range but less stability, and I don't really like those really long range scopes on these things. This comes with spray and play, increases the reload speed of your weapon when its mag is empty, which is nice on a 4-round sniper. You can reload a little bit faster. Usually I like to have a field scout and get about 6 rounds so I can snipe a little bit more, but having that spray and play is a good perk. I've got high caliber rounds, armor piercing rounds, and then I also have perfect balance if I really want to increase that stability. Mulligan, this is one of the worst perks in the game. This has like a less than 5% chance of actually occurring. Missing a shot has a chance to return ammo directly to your magazine. But overall, this is a pretty solid sniper. It's good for arc. If you get any kind of arc burn on a nightfall or a weekly strike, this can really come in handy. And for being a Vanguard weapon, you can purchase, for 150 marks. It's a very solid overall sniper. Alright, so that is the Vanguard vendor sniper. We're going to go ahead and run over to the Crucible, and we're going to take a look at what they have to offer, which is going to be the Longbow Synthesis. Now the one that I have not leveled it up all the way yet. It is again one of those kind of lower impact, high rate of fire sniper rifles, which I'm just not a really big fan of those, because my thing with the sniper is if you're going to be accurate enough to hit someone with it, then you should be rewarded with a high amount of damage. And those lower impact snipers, they really don't do that for me. I'd rather just be able to one-hit kill somebody if I hit them in the head, or take them out in 2 body shots if I have to, so... Alright, so we're going to talk to the Crucible Quartermaster here, and again, these weapons will require level 3 with the Crucible. You need a commendation and also 150 marks. This is the Y09 Longbow Synthesis. It's closer than you think. This is a solar sniper rifle, and goes up to 331 damage. You can kind of see here. You can see the impact and rate of fire are a little bit higher. Impact's a little bit lower, rate of fire is higher than most normal sniper rifles. Let's compare it to the Vanguard sniper, shall we? Yeah, actually, it looks like it might be the same. Let us take a look. Okay, actually the impact is just a tiny bit lower, so this is actually not too bad of a sniper. This is a little bit better than those the faction snipers I was talking about, which have the lower impacts on them. So not too bad. So you can see this one here, you have Longview SLR 20, Hawkeye SLR 15, and the Ambush SLH 25, so pretty similar scopes to what the Vanguard had on it. This also has spray and play, increased reload speed of the weapon when its mag is empty, good perk for a PvP sniper rifle. Lightweight for +2 agility. When held, you do have Field Scout. This will take the maximum magazine size up to 6. And then skip rounds again. I don't know why they're putting skip rounds on these. And then mulligans. So these last two, these 2 perks here are just pretty much useless on sniper rifles. So not the greatest perk setup here. If you really want the agility, you can, but your best bet's going to be Field Scout if you do decide to purchase this sniper. You're actually going to probably be better off taking your chances on getting a drop version of it, and that's what I have. Let's see, I can show you mine here. Haven't leveled it up, like I said. I haven't been really using this too much. Again, this is a solar sniper rifle. I've got the Sightsys SLS 20, which is a little bit of a longer range scope. Got the Longview SLR 20, and then the Taxis SLS 15, which I haven't unlocked yet. I have spray and play on mine also. I have upgrade damage. I have snapshot, armor piercing rounds, and custom optics, which actually lets you zoom in a little bit further. I also have final rounds, so the last round deals bonus damage. So I have a much better perk loadout here for using this sniper rifle for PvP. And that's what these are supposed to be. Crucible weapons are usually going to be used in the Crucible, so unfortunately it does not seem like the vendor version has a very good set of perks on it. So that is unfortunate. Alright guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually run down to the surface of Earth on the Cosmodrome. We're going to take a look at some of these sniper rifles in action, and I have a few more to tell you about that you cannot acquire through vendors that you have to go through other methods for. So let me head on down to Earth, and I will be right back. Alright guys, we are back. We are now down here in the Cosmodrome. One of my favorite little sniping spots up here, and I'm going to just give you guys a little bit of performance show here, hopefully, on these snipers. Now you see the scope, you're going to have a pretty good range of zooming in. You can see I'm really at a good distance from these guys, even all the way out here. So having a good sniper rifle, you can really extend your reach in PvE. And you can see this is pretty much a one-hit kill. You can hit these guys before they even know what's going on. So this is the LDR 5001 I'm using right here. It's a pretty quick reload, pretty good range on it. We're just kind of looking for some guinea pigs here. Get some more targets. And you can see, very effective even at a long range. Now let's jump in here. I'll go up to the Y09 here, and I can show you this one. Not quite the zoom in that the other one had. Like I said, this is a good short range sniper. And you can see you can get shots off very quickly. And of course, for some odd reason, the hit detection in this game with snipers is not the best. That is one gripe I would say with snipers in this game, is the hit detection, for whatever reason, just really not the greatest. You can see here, this guy, I mean, this is a clear shot. I should be able to take this guy out right in the face, and it's like it just hits an invisible barrier there. So, not sure what the problem is there, but you can see here the Y09 is a very good sniper. It's got a good rate of fire on it, and you can take out enemies. A pretty decent range with it. And very fast reload. Again, this has got the spray and play, so it reloads quite a bit more quickly when you are at your last round. Alright, so guys, I'm going to talk about a little bit about a couple of other sniper rifles that you can also acquire in the game that are pretty solid, but may not be available to you right away. The first here is going to be Aphrodite's Spear. This is an Iron Banner sniper rifle. It's been offered a couple of times in the Iron Banner. 331 attack, legendary weapon, requires level 20. You can see mine is void damage. You can actually get this in void, solar, or art. The cool thing is too with this is you can actually reroll your Iron Banner weapons at Lord Saladin until you get the setup of perks and the elemental damage you want. And I actually got this void because there just doesn't seem to be a good variety of void weapons in the game when it comes to secondary weapons. So wanted to have a void sniper. Got a pretty good mix of scopes here. Got the Eagle Eye SLR20. That's a very long range scope. You can see the range on there is almost maxed out. Got the short gaze SLH10. This is shorter range, more agile scope there. And then the ambush SLH25, which is my favorite sniper scope in the game. It gives you good stability and up close, potential with this weapon. Mine came with performance bonus, kills with a weapon grant bonus reserve ammo, snapshot, field scout, and again skip rounds. I don't know why this comes on sniper rifles. And then grenadier, so kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade. Not the greatest perk setup, but I got it to roll void and with field scout, which is what I like on snipers. So I just kind of kept it. I didn't want to waste any more modes of light, so I was trying to reroll other Iron Banner weapons as well. So I was just happy to get a void sniper. This thing really comes in handy on void nightfalls and void weekly void burn. So really, really good sniper. I believe normally that comes with 4 rounds in the magazine. I guess we could take a look at that, couldn't we? Yeah, 3 actually. So that's the perk a lot of people have been rolling this to is to get final round, because with 3 rounds, with a 3-shot sniper, final round basically makes it a one-hit kill guaranteed wherever it hits in the Crucible. So that's a good perk you would want to try to get on this weapon. And this is also a very solid sniper rifle. We got this guy down here. He's taking out my guinea pigs here. So you can see again, very snappy shot on it. Pretty good scope. And very good out to pretty good range. Reload is pretty good as well. So get the little skank here. And it's a terrible shot. There we go. Alright, so we're out of ammunition, so now I'm going to switch over to one of the other snipers. Now, this is, in my mind, probably the best sniper rifle in the game, at least in my opinion. This is an exotic sniper rifle. This is the Icebreaker. And there's also an exotic sniper rifle called Patience in Time, which is an arc sniper that allows you to turn invisible when you crouch with it. It has some other really good perks on it. Unfortunately, I have not been lucky enough to get that to drop, so I cannot really comment on it too much. However, Icebreaker is one of the probably top 3 or 4 exotics in the game. Very versatile sniper rifle. Hits very hard. You can see the range is just all the way out max. Stability is not very good. And the best perk on this is the Icebreaker perk, which actually You can see I had no ammunition before, now I have 6, which is pretty awesome. This thing actually will refill ammunition on its own. You don't need to actually carry or pick up any special weapon ammunition. You can see no backpack, cannot be reloaded, regenerates ammo over time. This is a solar sniper rifle. All of your ballistic options are pretty much the same. They're all, you can see there's no change in statistics there. This has mulligan, which again hardly ever works, not a great perk. You've got quick draw, lightweight, and snapshot. I usually just use quick draw because that makes me switch weapons faster. So in all honesty, the first couple perks on this are not the best. Icebreaker is really the one perk where it's at. The victims spontaneously combust, so whenever you shoot somebody with this, they explode and cause splash damage to targets nearby. Now, the reason that the perks really don't matter, though, is this is just overall a really good sniper. It's got very high impact, it's got very long range, it hits very hard out to a really good distance. On a level 30, you're usually going to get about anywhere between 6,000 and 7,000 damage with a headshot, with a precision shot on this sniper. And like I said, the regeneration of the ammunition is really good. Now, unfortunately, you are stuck with just the one scope here. I'm trying to see if anybody's there. We go. You can see that guy just exploded. I missed him. You can see how they're blowing up every time I shoot somebody. You shoot him in the leg, you shoot him, wherever. It's not really going to make much of a difference. You're going to get the kill because this sniper just does a ton of damage. Now, you can acquire this through the Nightfall Strike. Zur has sold this 3 times. So if you were lucky enough, hopefully you bought this from Zur. It is an absolutely awesome sniper. You can see my ammunition there, even though I'm shooting, is refilling. It's not the fastest refill in the world, but it does refill over time and gives you a nice weapon to use, especially if there's that juggler modifier in some of the strikes. What is this guy doing? He is just... Let's see if I can... Alright, that time we were able to shoot him through the box, so that's cool. So this is one of the better snipers in the game, in my opinion. This is one of my favorite exotics, and the one thing you always have to ask yourself when you're talking about exotics is it worth my exotic slot? And Icebreaker is definitely one of those exotics that you can say that about, because it fits a lot of roles very well. There's a lot of things it does well. Like I said, the reloading on it, here, let me show you what I had, because before, I had 0 special ammunition, so if I switch to another sniper rifle, I'm not going to have any ammunition for it. The really cool thing about Icebreaker is, let's say you're doing a Nightfall Strike that has juggler, and you want to use your arc sniper or your void sniper. Well, you're out of ammunition, so you pull out your Icebreaker, you let it fill up to 6 rounds, which is the maximum, and then we're going to switch over to, let's see, we'll switch over back to the longbow synthesis, which I was using before and had no ammunition for, and now you see there I've got 6 rounds for it. So that's a good way you can actually get a little bit of ammunition built up, and then just switch back to your other weapon you were using, and it's a very, very useful weapon overall, the Icebreaker sniper rifle. So that's why, for me, it's one of my favorite exotics, one of the better sniper rifles in the game, and why I use it a lot of the times over the other snipers. I usually, will use that in my secondary slot. Alright, so we're out of ammunition again, so watch, I'm going to show you guys again. We're going to just we're going to pick our Icebreaker, and we're going to let it charge up, get a couple of shots here. And the next sniper rifle I'm actually going to talk about is the one that does almost rival the Icebreaker, and it's one that people were saying was better than the Icebreaker for a little while, but to me it's a little bit more situational, and that is the sniper rifle you can get through the raid on Crota's End. It's called the Black Hammer. It drops from Crota himself. I'm not sure if it drops on both easy or normal and hard, but I know when I got mine it was on normal from Crota, so we're going to look at that one now. The Black Hammer, you see it's a 331. I have it at 324 because you do need radiant energy, which is you get from the raid to level this up instead of the normal energy. This one's got some decent scopes. You got the ambush again. I'm using that. It's my favorite scope in the game. I got the Taxis SLS 15 and then the Hawkeye SLR 15. But I like to stick with the ambush. This has got white nail. This is the main perk on this, kind of like Icebreaker on Icebreaker. The rapidly landing 3 precision shots will refill your magazine completely. So if you hit 3 headshots in a row, it has to be in pretty quick succession, it will just put 3 rounds back in your magazine. You don't even have to reload the weapon. It works a little bit like Bad Juju with the perk where, if every kill will refill your magazine. So this is a great perk, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth here in a second. You've got Snapshot. flared mag well to reload a little bit faster. And I actually like to use perfect balance on this because most of the time when I'm sniping, I'm letting my scope settle a bit before I take a second shot. But with Black Hammer, you've only got 3 rounds, and you want to take advantage of that white nail perk, so you actually are trying to fire a little bit faster. So with that higher stability, it makes it a little bit more accurate. And then here you've got Mulligan, which again is completely worthless, so that's not really, it's kind of a wash there. Then your upgrade damage tree. Now, the thing about Black Hammer, it looks really cool, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get anybody spaced close enough to really show this sniper rifle off. In fact, I don't even see anybody. We're out of things to shoot. So we'll wait for these guys to respawn. Maybe we can go up here and snipe these guys. But the white nail perk, where that comes in handy is going to be on strikes. It's going to come in handy on larger targets, like the. You see, there I already missed one, so that's not gonna do it there. So I have to reload like a noob. Let's see if we get the. Where'd you go? Let's see if we can. Alright, so you can see there, this also hits very hard, takes guys out pretty quick. Now, where this really comes in handy is, like, say you're doing Cephas Prime, or you're doing the Mars Strike, or with the tank. Any large target that has a very big precision hit area, this thing is going to work wonders. Because the only time this is better than Icebreaker for me is when you are landing precision shot after precision shot. Because what you can do with this, like if you're on a strike boss, those normally have a lot larger precision shot areas, like Cephas Prime, like Valis Turok, some of those guys, the Nexus. If you just keep hitting precision shots over and over and over and over again, you don't have to reload, and you can just kind of stay focused on the boss, and you can just take him down really super fast. Just keep landing those big time precision hits, and it's really a great weapon overall. So I like Black Hammer. I actually don't use it as much as Icebreaker, just because it doesn't carry, it doesn't have the regenerating ammunition, and it's very situational. Like I said, it's very useful in strikes. It's very useful on larger bosses, on tanks, on the Devil Walker, public event, things like that. But in my opinion, just overall, it's not a kind of all the time use sniper, because the white nail perk on it really is just very situational. So it's definitely a sniper rifle worth getting, though. If you want to run that Crotazen raid, you definitely want to try to get this. This is one of the better weapons that probably comes from that raid. So definitely a couple different ways there, guys, that you can get some sniper rifles in-game that are very good. The other sniper that I don't have is, I believe, called Praetus Revenge. It's a legendary Void sniper rifle from the Vault of Glass raid. So the raid snipers are both very good. We got a couple guys here. We can take these guys out. And I can't aim today for anything. But anyways, guys, this has been TechnoViking23, just giving you a look at some of the in-game sniper rifles you can acquire in Destiny. Trying to give you a little bit of insight on them and my own personal opinions and thoughts on what they are. Personally, if I could recommend one, I would definitely say try to get yourself an Icebreaker if you can. Run that Nightfall Strike. Try to get those legendary secondary engrams, and try to get that Icebreaker, because that is just one beast of a weapon. If not, if you're just going to go for a vendor version, you don't have a lot of time to play the game, then I think I would definitely recommend picking up the LDR 5001 from the Vanguard vendor. This is a very good sniper rifle out of the box for being just a vendor sniper rifle. So, anyways, guys, it's been TechnoViking23 here in the Cosmodrome, shooting some Fallen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me any comments below. Let me know what your favorite sniper rifle is. If you have any tips on it for people who might be looking for a sniper rifle and one that's easy to acquire. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I will see you again next time.